Okay, cool. This is it, guys. This is it. The story everyone's waiting for. I'm very, very sorry it took this long. The order is the NPC show, NPC crime, NPC parents, NPC politics. So that's the order everything goes in. So that's why it's like at the end of the show, guys. Anyways, so those of you who waited, congrats. If not, the rest of you can wait for the clip. I'm going to clip this obviously and upload it out to the main channel. But here we go. RNC had roving attorneys quietly monitoring Maricopa voting centers. One has finally released his damning findings. Right, here it is, guys. We're going to go through this. These findings here that hopefully someone does something about. With the first round of counting over and the battle just barely beginning, some preliminary clicks are being fired in what is expected to be a bruising post-selection struggle over which ballots should be counted in the race to become Arizona's governor. Media organizations have proclaimed Democrat Katie the winner, although the gap between her and Lake is less than 20,000, which means even in the best of times, a recount would be held. But these are not the best of times. With the trust in short supply and scars from the state's battles over the 2020 results still fresh, both sides are digging in, lawyering up, and firing broadsides at the other before the recounting and the lawsuits begin. According to a report in Time, Lake's campaign spent $2 million to monitor the counting of votes and to be prepared with lawsuits based on the facts when necessary. Ooh, they stole it from the wrong person, guys. Tudor Dixon said it did the same thing. Time said 40 lawyers were in the one central conflict room while roving attorneys monitored polling places and vote counting operations. Oh, guys. In quotes, this is the most robust selection day operation and post-selection operation that Arizona has ever seen, says Brady Smith, who is part of the Lake campaign. He's a chief political strategist. Huh? A glimpse at what Lake's campaign might use as fodder for the lawsuits was shared with the Western Journal in the form of a report from Mark Sonnekler about what the roving attorney saw on Selection Day. The Western Journal was not independently verified the claims of this report. Sonnekler said 10 roving attorneys out of 16 responded to a survey. He sent them what his report covers: 115 voting places out of 223 places in Maricopa. Wow. They went and I guess you could say secret shopper at 115 places, huh? Overall, he wrote 72 of the 115 centers, which is 62% of them we visited, had material problems with the tabulators not being able to tabulate ballots, causing voters to either deposit their ballots into box 3, spoil their ballot, and revote, or get frustrated and leave the vote center without voting. In quotes, it says, in many vote centers, the tabulators rejected the initial insertion of a ballot almost 100% of the time, although the tabulators might still accept that ballot on the second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth attempt to insert the ballot, he wrote. However, many ballots were not able to be tabulated by the tabulators at all, no matter how many times the voter inserted the ballot. The percentage of ballots that were not able to be read at all by the tabulators ranged from 5% to 85% at any given time on Selection Day, with the average being somewhere between 25 to 40% failure rate. Sonnekler noted that many polling places, in quotes, the printer tabulator issues persisted from the beginning of Selection Day until the end of Selection Day. The report identified a presumed cause of the glitch. In quotes, the strong consequences regarding why the tabulators would not read certain ballots was that these ballots, in particular, the barcodes on the side of the paper, were not printing dark enough for the tabulators to read them. Yes, some of these lines on these barcodes are very, very thin, okay? And what happened was, historically, okay, the primaries and in 2020, the ballots were 19 inches, okay? This time, they made them 20 inches, okay? And unfortunately, what they did was the printers, the printers in some of these places were set up, 70 locations were set up with printers that were limited to 19-inch paper. Okay, so that 20-inch ballot has to be squished down, scaled down to 19 inches. Okay, and that caused the real thin lines of the barcode to not be scannable. Okay, and that's why, and then you put that into the types that it wasn't going to read, and that's what happened. All right. So the report said the findings contradict county officials that only 70 polling places had issues and that they were insignificant the entire scheme of the selection. The other major finding in the report was that at 59 of the 115 vote centers he visited, which is a little more than half, 51%, in many cases, voters had to wait 1 to 2 hours before they received a ballot for voting. Sonekler noted that because GOP voters significantly outnumbered Democrat voters in the county on Selection Day, such voter suppression would necessarily impact the vote tallies for Republican candidates much more than the vote tallies for Democrat candidates. Yes, in fact, the exit polling showed that only 17% of game day voters were Democrats. Okay, the rest of them were either independent or GOP. Sonekler tied the two issues together. In quotes, he says, "It seems very clear that the printer/tabulator failures on Selection Day at 62.61% of the vote centers observed by 11 roving attorneys and the resulting long lines at a majority of all vote centers led to substantial voter suppression." As mentioned above, while the Western Journal did not independently verify the findings of this report, reporter Randy DeSoto did visit a polling location that clearly showed an aggressively long line to cast a vote. Right here, Randy DeSoto. Let me mute that real quick. Here is the problem with what happened in Maricopa County on Election Day. This is Anthem, north of Phoenix, about 1:15 p.m. Ruby Red district of about 30,000 people. Only one polling location for 30,000 people, guys. Ballot tabulator is not working in the morning. 2 hours wait to vote midday, and still at 6 p.m. So even at 6 p.m., it took 2 hours wait. Look how long the line is, guys. The issues were on the minds of several people attending November 6th meeting of Maricopa County Board of Supervisors. So one person wrote, "You look into your own soul and you look back at yourself in the mirror and realize you are the cancer that is tearing this nation apart," says Matt Baker. Matt Baker was the guy with the very, very long hair. Let me look that up. It's really good. It's a very short speech. Yeah, he's notorious. He's notorious, and boy, did he do it great. So we got a line. Let's just skip forward. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, here we go, guys. It keeps going. Yeah, so let's go look for that real quick, guys. That was really good. Oh, actually, no, it's freaking set private now. It's set private now. Here, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me go look it up. Bam, here. Yeah, here. No, not here. Here. There we go. Baker, there he is, guys. Here he is. Nope, hold on. Take that. There we go, guys. This is a great one. If you guys want to share it, if you guys want to look for this, I believe you have to find it on my Rumby channel because I've already set these all to private on YouTube, so they're not gonna like me keeping it there for too long. Here we go.
Good morning. Once again, the eyes of the world are upon Maricopa County for another botched election. Am I here to accuse you of stealing the vote? Heavens no, for that would make me a terrorist, wouldn't it? Let me ask you, if you took your life savings to a bank and the teller put them in a machine and the machine kicked out 1 out of 4 of your bills and the teller said, "Don't worry, we'll put them in box 3 over here and we'll let you know how many were in there later. We'll send them off to a separate location and someone will be sure to get back to you and tell you how much money you have." Would you be okay with that? No, you would not be okay with that. Now ask yourself the question, which is more valuable, your vote or your money? Now ask a lobbyist that same question. Now ask a campaign manager that question. Now ask Mark Zuckerberg that question, which is more valuable, your money or your vote or your country or this world or the corruption that is taking over every single county in this nation? And then you look into your own soul and you look back at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are the cancer that is tearing this nation apart. Good day.
Thanks for watching.